And how have you been, madam?
I've been doing great.
Okay, good to see you back. And okay, Arundhati, one thing which I missed last time, I wanted to ask you this question, but I think there was a race against time, and I wanted to really ask you this. Is there any memory that you just keep going back to until this point of your life? Is there anything that you
Uh,
keep going back to?
I don't think so that I have that memory because I don't really remember anything of my past because at that time I was a very little kid, so I don't remember much.
Ah, okay. And in the recent time, you had something, I mean, you experienced something that you archive in your heart with a very special, I mean, the fondest of your memory that you would recall later.
Yeah, but I don't have any that type of memory.
No, I didn't ask about the memory. I think I'm asking now that did you experience something in in the recent time that you
No.
know, great. At every stage of life, you, at least that's with me, you hear questions that keep bothering you, especially by people around you. I mean, time and again about your future, your present circumstances, and now that you're a student, typically in a Bengali family, I don't know. That's what used to happen when I was a child. You meet any uncle or an auntie, or any family friend, they'll ask you, how are your studies going on, right? So,
Yeah, this happens a lot in my family as well because if I just meet some of my relatives, they just ask me that, oh, how are your studies going on? What happened in your exam and all that stuff.
and so my question is, what do you wish that people would stop asking you?
Uh, Stop asking me. I feel like, how was your day? Because that's a very, I do not really like that question because if I just say that, oh, my day was not good, then what can the other person do other than just making me happy at that exact moment? They cannot change my past, change the bad things or the things that have happened in my whole day, right? So I don't understand the point of asking that question. So I think I do not like that question that much.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Uh, so I'll never ask you how did your day go like. Okay, but there are many speakers who ask this question here, right? How did your day
Yeah,
go? Okay,
yeah.
but let me
I'm
tell you,
perfectly all right with how are you. So that's a really nice question, and you're caring about the other person. But how did your day go? That particular question I do not like.
I mean, I'm still trying to understand that what is the reason for the dislike? I mean, because you could have a great day also, right, Arundhati?
Yeah, but that depends because sometimes it can be a bad day and sometimes it can be a good day. It's not that every day will be a good day or every day will be a bad day. So it depends actually.
But when you're saying this, but you're saying with a negative connotation, right? Because you are assuming that
Yeah,
so
yeah.
you are attaching that my day could be bad, and then you are asking me how did your day go, and then okay. Hmm. Is there any lesson? Should I say, what's the biggest lesson that life has taught you until
I
until?
feel like the lesson that life has taught me is that the I when I was in class fifth or fourth, you can say I was not much of a person who likes to interact with people or meet or talk to people or be in team activities, team projects, and all that stuff. I was just a person who liked to be alone, and even in team projects, I was I do not want to be paired up with anyone. I just want to do the work alone. So I feel like that nature of mine, it was just very a bad nature, not bad. It was not good, I would say, because I'm just staying alone. I'm not interacting with people. So it was like I used to meet people in my school daily. So it did not affect me that much. But during this coronavirus pandemic, I had to stay home and I couldn't really interact with any person. I didn't really have a choice. But back then there was a choice. I could interact with people if I want to, but in this lockdown I didn't have any choice. So I felt like when I had the time to interact and make friends and talk to people, I did not do that. But now I do not have the choice to do so. So that thing that I should interact with people and talk to them and be more open and engage in more group activities, that thing.
Great. So you are you a kind of a person who prefers to socialize a lot?
I would not say I'm not too much of it or too less of it. I'm somewhere in the middle.
You strike a balance somewhere. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Good. If you could replace the handshake as a greeting
Hmm.
with a new greeting,
Hmm.
what would that be, Arundhati?
Uh, I whenever I'm with a person, I like to handshake with them. It's like a nice way of greeting, I feel, and it's a habit of mine. I would say sometimes I do that very often, but if I want to change it, that would be a very difficult task for me because I'm in a habit of doing that. But I would probably go for a fist bump, maybe.
Ah, okay. Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay, and anything else that comes to your mind? I mean,
just a wave, hi, like that.
okay, wave. Okay, and an elbow bump, maybe sometimes,
No, no, that's too much.
I mean, post-corona, people started, doing this. Okay, yeah, yeah, I've seen it. Don't tell me. And do you have guests coming to your house?
I think that happens rarely.
Hmm. Okay, but it happened, right?
Yeah,
And it happens also, even though
yeah.
rarely. Do you remember the worst guest you ever had in your house, and you got
Worst guess.
you got you got literally pissed off, and
You know what? In my house, my family and I, we don't really invite people at our
Hmm?
house because, so you know what? I would say that in a year, only almost just two guests come in our house in the whole year. So I don't really remember a bad guest because I feel like the guests that we have in our house, they are a very close relative of ours or very close friend of ours. So yeah, that never happened. A very bad guess. That never happened.
Hmm. Okay. Was there a moment in your life, Arundhati, that you have been planning since the whole day?
Hmm.
For the entire day, you have been planning and waiting for that moment. It could be a night out with dad, mom, or maybe somebody
Hmm.
going to your favorite place for a dinner.
Yeah.
And you have been eagerly waiting for the moment. You have decided the kind of dress that you're going to wear and what kind of shoes perhaps you will put in and all that. And it started raining heavily.
Hmm.
And looking at the sky, you could gauge that it's not going to stop in next hour and a half.
Hmm.
So, has it ever happened? It has happened with me, so I'm asking you.
Oh, that rain thing, it never happened, but a very similar situation happened. And it was, I had a performance somewhere. It was a party with my mother's office. My mother's office mates, they all, colleagues, they all just organized a party. It was an official party. So there was a cultural program in which their families could perform or do anything. So I had given up my name for a song performance. So I practiced a lot. I was so excited, and it was my first live performance in my whole life. So I was just so excited to do that, and I was just preparing for the whole day. But at the end, in the program, there was a quiz competition. So
Hmm.
the schedule was that the quiz competition will be for only 30 minutes, and then the singing, dancing, all those programs will start. But the organizers, they just extended the 30 minutes program to 2 hours, and that cultural program got cancelled.
Hmm. Okay. Oh my God. And that can be really deeply saddening, right?
Yeah.
Whenever there is a cultural event happening at your school level,
Hmm.
I'm trying to relate with my school, my childhood.
Oh, okay.
I was always the one. I'm not bragging about myself. I was always the one to be picked.
Hmm.
So sometimes it used to be very, very challenging attending the music concert, coming for rehearsing for the play, okay,
Hmm.
where you're playing the stock character.
Yeah.
But it was fun. But when I look back, when I travel back in time, I feel those days they taught me to multitask. Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like when you're in school, you're really good at multitasking because you have so many things to do. You have classes to attend, you have to do your homework, projects, assignments, and cultural activities also. You have to do that also in school. And in our school, it's a compulsion that you have to either take music, dance, or playing an instrument, tabla, I think. So among these three things, you have to choose one thing and you have to perform that somewhere at the end of the semester. So it's just you have to do that. So it's a compulsion. So you have to focus on that as well. So I also feel like my multitasking ability has become better.
Awesome. And keep refining that.
Hmm.
And I think we'll have one more question to take, I believe. Uh, th- Sometimes do you feel a little curious to go ahead than the standard that or the grade that you are in?
Hmm.
Example, if there is a subject that is very close to your heart, example,
Yeah.
be anything. I leave it at your discretion. And then
Okay.
while you are going through that subject, you're in eighth grade, right? Arundhati, if I'm not,
Yeah.
if my memory serves me right, you say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And now, sometimes when you're reading through that lesson, you feel I need to know more. So
Yeah.
what it will be like for a tenth grader? All these kind of
Hmm.
question pops in.
Yeah, sometimes when I see, very difficult maths question that I cannot solve it all, I feel like how do the 12th class or 11th class students, how can they solve those difficult question? So I always wonder that what the book of those higher classes look like, and how did they learn all these things? How did they learn to solve these things? So
Okay.
I wonder a lot about that, and I really want to see that how what is the course, what are the things, and how to solve them. I'm really curious about those things, and I sometimes wonder that, oh, what if I could just buy or just borrow someone else's book and just see what's in that course, what's in the syllabus and all.
You have plenty of resources available on the internet, plethora
Yeah,
of resources rather,
yeah.
and you can always speak in. And any questions for me, Madam Ji? We have only 1 more minute left, and thank you very much for giving me another opportunity to interact with you.
Yeah, it was a really nice conversation, and as of now, I don't have any questions.
Greato. One last question before we say goodbye to each other.
Hmm.
Is there anything that you want to do differently if you were given a chance to go back to your childhood?
I feel like I wake up really late in the morning, and that has become a habit of mine to do so because I've been doing this since a very long time, since my summer
When do you
vacation
wake up?
started.
When do you wake up, Arundhati?
10 a.m.
Not bad. It's okay.
My
And you
mother
sleep.
literally just scolds me almost daily because I wake up so late.
And I forgot to ask you. I hope the session doesn't get disconnected. When is your birthday?
3rd June. It's very soon.
Okay, very soon. Okay. I hope we meet in and around. So you are a Gemini. Okay, we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Lovely. Lovely. Bye, Arundhati. Take care.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.